been able to do one of these in a while. Been doing the daily ride ones, but I do miss these. I like doing these. Putting it all together for you to see what's going on. I'm affectionately calling this video Meltdown because there are some people that are melting down, but there's still some meltdown to go. In other words, there's more than just a bunch of liberal cat ladies, as this thing is saying, that are freaking out. So let's sit back. We're going to cover all of the different meltdowns that are going on across not just the country, but the world. So, yeah, Meltdown. So this is a battle plan by ladies that were less than enthused by the way Tuesday went. Now, before we get started, please know I am not a proponent for complacency. You do not want to let your guard down. You do not want to just stop prepping and getting everything, in order. There's a lot of problems on the horizon. As we get through this video, you'll see why. There are a lot of signs that are pointing that we are going to be in a recession here when Orange Man Bad takes the mantle of president. By the way, when I say Orange Man Bad, I say that in jest and to make fun of the people that look at his face and like literally have a meltdown. I say that to make fun of the TDS folks, okay? I fully respect what he has done. I am not into the cult of personality where I'm going to sit there and, have pictures of this guy all over. I want to see him do what he promised to do. Okay? I do. I hope he does. I hope everything goes great. I hope he is able to clean house and do stuff. I do, but having him as a president once and watching all of the people he chose come in and effectively dismantle, who's still pissing and moaning, by the way, his attempts at anything. I'm hoping he'll make better choices. And he already is seemingly doing so, but I think you get the point. I'm not going to sit here and kiss his butt. I'm glad he won, and I hope he does what he says. I hope he goes in there and cleans house and does it in the right way, does it legally, doesn't, go crazy. And he's going to have a lot of pushback. There's a lot of people that are going to push back against him, but some of those people pushing back are liberal cat ladies. Yes, they have a battle plan, and they want to poison people. Yes, you heard that correctly. It is called aquatofana. So this lady right here has an IQ of 130. She pinky swears that she does, because nothing says IQ of 130 like going on to friggin' Twitter and posting how you want to kill people. Yeah, I'm gonna go sub 100 on that sucker. But anyway, let's just entertain her that she is this brilliance, this spark of intelligence on Twitter X, and she is telling everybody about the wonderful ways that you can poison people because you didn't get your way in an election. I mean, why would you want to go back to the woodhouse or woodshed and say, you know what went wrong? Maybe it's the fact that most people don't give a crap about abortion. Maybe it's the fact that, I don't know, everybody around you is losing their jobs or can't pay for like general food and stuff because of the inflation. You could sit there and just kind of like ponder all those things, but instead, no, let's look up 17th century poisons that you can harm people with. Wonderful. Excellent use of that 130 IQ, and I totally believe you when you have that. So she's also not going to engage in any kind of sexual endeavors. Okay, I mean, clearly not harsh on the eyes, but still, you get the point. So here's some more of these women that can't deal with reality and have decided to go on to Twitter and post how they're going to kill people. I'm going to chalk that up to stupid. So, yeah. Aquatophania here's the internet searches. It's a potent poison created in Sicily around 1630 by a woman named Julia Tofana, or Tofania, and historically used by women to free themselves from relationships by killing men, spiked shortly after the election results. Now, nowadays you call that divorce, which if you've seen the way that modern divorce works, it's not exactly in the corner of men get everything. I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying that things are a little bit different between the genders this time in 2024 compared to 1630. It's almost like we've had almost 400 years of perspective in history. But yeah, so this concoction is being touted by the liberal cat ladies out there that can't handle the loss. So, okay, wonderful. Well, why did they lose? Let's go through that. I can tell you exactly why they lost. By a pissing and moaning writer for The Atlantic. You might know The Atlantic. They write articles that I strongly suggest you get printed onto paper and you line your cat or bird cages with. Your cat could really do some good stuff with this in the litter box. Because that's what this is. So this guy goes on and talks about how terrible it's going to be and how Orange Man bad should have lost. But he goes in and it's actually like he's got a little bit of perspective. It's too bad that he doesn't really understand why. But he kind of nails some things. He just hasn't really connected the dots completely. He says, I write this from New York City, where we are governed by Democrats and pay the highest taxes in the country. I am a former resident myself, and I know about how high and tough it is to live there. Almost did a decade there, just under. Loved it. I had a wonderful time. Met my wife. Started having a family. We succeeded. So it can be done, but the taxes are high. They've got taxes on everything from wedding licenses to car tax. I mean, just everything. So anything they can tax. But anyway, they don't receive the best government services. I can actually I can chime in and say I agree with that. Transportation agencies are black holes for money. I still get surveys from the MTA, which I always fill out to the negative just to help the people there because they are terrible. You haven't really lived until you've taken the YZ, the one that went through Brooklyn, not the XYZ. Gosh, it's been so long. Anyway, this line of subway, JYZ, or JZ or JYZ, whatever, went through all of the hood of Brooklyn. I mean, going all over and having to change in Union Square or whatever the heck it is, and then going to Brooklyn and walking home through the wonders. I bet walking home now in New York is not exactly the smartest idea when the sun goes down. So, yeah. He says, building a subway line here costs 4 times as much per mile as it does in France. That is correct. Half the bus riders don't pay the fare. I can assure you that most of the MTA riders don't pay the fare either. They jump the things. Emotionally disturbed people are down in the transit system. Yeah, we were there a few years ago, and I was scared for my children and getting ready to throat punch anyone that came near us. And evidently he wants people not to scream what are now considered slurs, and thinking that the local police should do something about that. And it's almost like New York is a bit of a hellhole. Just saying. Much worse than what I remember it, but then again, Can't stop people from shoplifting, lifting merchandise from pharmacies. I went over there. I went into a Walgreens. Everything was locked up. And, yeah, padlocks, illegal cannabis stores are all over the place. There's always been weed there. So, I mean, just look at all that. He's probably sitting there wondering, like, why they lost. It's because people are moving away from New York because of everything you see here. So, that's why you lost. And also, well, your candidate sucked, just to be honest with you. Yeah. Say what you will about old Joe. By the way, put video onto my Telegram channel of him trying to maneuver sand on the lovely beaches of Delaware. I guess his robo legs and whatever kind of a system they have on him doesn't work too well on sand. So check that video out. But yeah. Harris's ex-communications director says that Joe should resign in a wild scheme to make her the first female president and to, quote, turn the tables on Trump. Well, what do you got going on with this one? Well, Harris, former communications director, floated a wild plan. The first female commander-in-chief. All they need is Joe to resign. I can assure you right now, Joe is not going to resign. I think he's still extremely angry at being pushed out. It's pretty much been proven that he would have done much better than she did, But, yeah. So there's Jamal Simmons. He was on the team from 2022 until 2023. Urged Biden to step aside so Harris can make history and become the first female president. And Lord knows we want that, as we've got the Iran and Israel thing going on. You've got China staring down Taiwan, and you've got Russia basically mopping up in the eastern portion of Ukraine. It'd be a wonderful time for us to put an untested, unelected vice president in as president. So, yeah, that would be just wonderful. He says that Joe Biden has been amazing. He still fulfilled one last promise to be transitional. Biden should resign and make Kamala Harris the first female president. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Should that happen? If you think that should happen, put a 1. If you think it shouldn't happen, put a 2 in the old chat. There's Jamal right there. There's Kamala. Nice team. So he's now a CNN commentator, so he's made his way in the world. Scott Jennings, I guess the token conservative on there, was laughing at that. Anyway, yeah, that might happen. So the moment for us to change the entire perspective of how Democrats operate. Well, I think people do want Democrats to change. I just don't think they want them to change in the way that these people think. Again, while they should be looking at ways to maybe correct and go back to the party of labor and unions and hard work and manufacturing and factory workers, and instead they're looking at poisonous concoctions and doing electoral chicanery so they can get the first female president in. So, yeah, I don't know about you, but not good. Not into it. So let's go on over here. Let's see what's going on with the old wonderful world of America. Texas salon owner who was jailed for refusing to close her business during the Rona has won a seat in the state legislature. I think that's fantastic. Another woman was refusing the Rona jabination, has won a record $12 million from her employee. Maybe you should just let people have choice. Just saying. I mean, clearly, folks, as you can see here, there's still a lot of problems going on. That's why I've made the videos about not letting your guard down, not just being like, oh, well, we won, let's go rub it in their face, and let's go on to Twitter and X and battle comment with people for no reason, which honestly doesn't do a darn thing for you. Most of them, as you can see by the 130 IQ lady who was creating concoctions of poisons, broadcasting that to the world. I'm sure she won't get visited by anybody from officialdom. Not exactly the way you should be spending your Saturday afternoon. You should be out there doing like we are, which is getting the chicken system down and perfecting it, and going to local farmers markets and finding ways that you can get good food. I don't know if you've been out there and seen what's going on with our health, but Americans are incredibly unhealthy, and that's why hopefully Trump and RFK Jr. will maha and make America healthy again. But I digress. It's kind of tough to buy food when you can't pay for it. That's right. Prices are going up again. Another reason why you should keep stocking, keep sticking, and keep stacking to your preps, because the food is not getting any cheaper. So it's up 2% from the prior month, 5.5% from a year ago. This is a basket of globally traded food. This is the FAO Food Price Index. You can see over here, the old Rona happened, then it spiked, and then, it went down. And then over here, it started to go up again, and here we are. So hopefully it's a little blip. But the price increased by 0.9% in October, led by rising wheat and maize. By the way, I don't know if you have considered not consuming major food companies and their grains, but their grains are typically not made in the best way and aren't really good for you. So getting local stuff, doing what you can, doing like we do with Azure Standard, and getting the organic red wheat, just stuff like that, smarter. So, but it is more expensive. It is. So, sugar price increase, 2.6%. Sugar is not good for you, but it is enjoyed, and it does make food taste better. Rising international crude oil prices also contributed to the increase in sugar quotations by shifting more sugarcane toward ethanol production, while the weakening of the Brazilian real against the United States dollar, or real, limited the increase. So, of course, Brazil has a lot of sugarcane, and things were going up in price. It's persistent. It's still going. It's gaining and gaining and gaining. So, dairy price rose 1.9%, 21.4% above its level the same time last year. So, as you can see, things are going up. How are the eggs in your area? I don't know. Just give me some egg prices. You can do whatever. We get the Sam's Organic for about $7 for a 24-pack. Pretty good. Make a lot of egg salad with that. But, what are your egg prices where you are? What are you noticing? Seem to be coming down a little bit, but good news. If you've been over to the crisis report, you would have figured out that the crisis report reported over there that, what was it? H5N1. I was trying to think of the number. H5N1 flu is making a major comeback, and well, not comeback, but its prevalence is being felt. It's in a lot of water systems, from the Midwest to California to BC, Canada. So, problems there. But yeah, global food prices are rising for a third straight month. This is just keep going and going and going. So that was June. This, of course, is November. It's still going up, as you can see. Global food prices are jumping the most in 18 months. That is from a month ago in October. So what do you do? Well, you need to keep stacking the food, folks. You need to keep buying in bulk and doing stuff because, first and foremost, there's a... if you don't buy in bulk, how do I put this? If you don't stock it now, in the not-so-distant future, because remember, the Federal Reserve is not beholden to any presidential whatever. They do what they do. So prices can keep going. And, of course, this is, if you really know, Federal Reserve is what manages our money, and they're the ones that can be directly linked to inflation. So just because someone got into office doesn't mean the pain is stopping. Okay? The pain is unfortunately not stopping anytime soon. And the food prices are going to keep going up. So what do? You go in, you buy in bulk. You buy the good stuff in bulk. You learn to make your own bread. We got a bunch of 50 pounds of the organic red wheat, and we're making bread with it. So the really good bread, the Dave's, I don't know if you guys buy that stuff, but that's $5 a loaf on average. Some places it's $6, other places it's $4. So 10 loaves of that is $50. Well, I can make numerous loaves with the flour. So the point I'm making is get good at making your own stuff. Get good at making your own food. Get good making bread and stuff like that. And also eat those things on the left side. It's funny they put this there. They don't show the bag of the Cheetos. Those are called fruits and vegetables, and they're good for you. So try to eat apples. Try to eat bananas. Try to eat anything. Also, try to eat locally. It's better than organic from the store. It's been proven. What it does is, because it is grown locally, it's not being shipped all over the place, and it's not sitting there losing its nutrients over time because your neighbors made it, okay? So very good. But, not only should you be, doing the food thing, you should also be cognizant of staying employed because, as the good old Charlotte Observer is here, I bet they're a little pissed off with what happened on Tuesday. We got a bunch of people losing their job there. This is a lithium mine. It's interesting. Lithium, there's a lot of it in North Carolina. Yeah. Some people don't know that. A lot of lithium up there in the hills, especially in western North Carolina. Just pointing that out, just saying, hey, there's a lot of lithium out there in western North Carolina. Be interesting if we could, mine some of those places, maybe that we don't have access to. If only something would come up and free that, then we could take that lithium and turning it into all those wonderful batteries for all those wonderful electric cars, all those wonderful things that people are just moving heaven and earth to go drop $48,000 on a EV. So, okay, we're moving on. Charlotte-based chemical manufacturing company eliminating up to 7% of its global workforce. That is 15% of non-manufacturing jobs. Kent Masters said Thursday during the company's third quarter earnings call. And most companies in the third quarters are eating it. They are not doing well. My daughter came home and said, hey, my friend said her mom got laid off. Yeah. So, of course, we said, this happens, things will get better. And we kind of explained, but moved on, kind of changed the subject. But you're going to start to hear that more and more. You're going to start to hear that more about neighbors. That's what a recession is. It's when your neighbors lose their job. Depression is when you lose your job. So hopefully the D word will be staved off for now. But I think no matter what we do in the horizon, it's going to rear its ugly head. We've been using accounting gimmicks and everything else for too long. So Yeah, Kent Masters said that they're going to be losing some jobs. 1,100 employees in Charlotte, Kings Mountain, 7,000 workers globally. This is a common theme. So, business, whenever you are not doing so hot, you have to you got to do something to make it so the hemorrhaging stops. And this is the one way to do it. Do it is by getting rid of people. Labor is expensive. So, here you go. Yep, online travel agency, Booking.com, is cutting jobs because, well, they have to. They're calling it an organizational structure or a restructure. I call it people aren't able to handle a vacation. It's kind of tough to go on a vacation if all the prices for planes are through the roof, or you're worried about losing your job, like my daughter's friend. You know, it is what it is, folks. It's unfortunate, but people are losing their jobs, and this is why I'm trying to stay real. Okay, I know, but oh, you're doomers. Yeah, but we're just because Trump won doesn't mean we're out of the woods. Doesn't mean you sit there and crack open the champagne and say F it. You have no clue what these people are capable of doing. There's been all kinds of talk of them just wrecking everything before they go, whatever that may be, because they're just butthurt and mad. That's how they operate. So if you think they're just going to kumbaya moment and come in and say, yeah, here's the keys to the castle, no, it's not the way they roll. They're going to do everything they can to make it as nasty as possible because they're thinking of the next election cycle. So they can go, oh, we handed you all this and you ruined it. You're the reason. You did a terrible job. All these horrible things happened because of you. Meanwhile, they're sitting there, urinating in the ferns or whatever, trying to do whatever they can to make the place smell like piss. So at the end of the 2023, Booking Holdings employed about 23,600 people, according to its annual report. And now some of those people are going to be losing their job. They posted a 13.6% jump in operating expenses. That's called inflation, folks. So even the big companies are feeling it. Yeah. So let's go on. Changes will come just days after Booking Holdings posted a 13.6% jump in operating expenses. We believe these efforts will improve operating expenses. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, they've got numerous stuff. They've got Priceline, Agoda, Kayak, and Open Table. These are what's known as places where people go so they can let off a little steam, maybe go out with a family or book a little vacay. Well, it's kind of tough to do that if you don't have money or you're worried about your job or your grocery bill has gone up by 22% in the last year. That's reality. And someone coming in and just waving their wand and saying, okay, I'm here. Everything's going to get better. I'm sorry. It's going to take a little more than that. And I hope they do it. But at the same time, I'm not letting my guard down. I'm not doing anything that is going to expose me to the potential. And the potential is, I could lose my job. You never know. Means more YouTube. No, it doesn't. But, a lot of people have side hustles. If you've been around here and you followed me, I've got multiple side hustles. I have to. YouTube is one of them. I coach. That's another one. I play music. That's another one. Multiple side hustles because I need all the money I can get right now because I don't think it's going to get better. I really don't. I don't think that we're in a position where we can lay back and just, ride on a good day on Tuesday. Who knows? Who knows? He could get in and recession could happen, and one of these flashpoints could get going, and then problems with the currency. There's all kinds of stuff, and I know that's doom and gloom, but it's more probable now than it was in 2016 when he won. Just saying. We've had 8 years of decline, which under Trump was pretty good. It really wasn't that bad at all. Joe and the Democrats have done some damage. So when you sit there and you watch them go through concoctions that can poison people and saying this is their reaction and response, you just want to shake them and go, what the hell is wrong with you? Maybe go find a mirror and figure out what it is that you are doing wrong, and I could lay it all out for them. Fix the money. Let's just start there. Basics. Make it so people can afford stuff like vacations and food. So, there's all kinds of stuff going on. And they're melting down. And because they're melting down, folks, you should stay nimble. You should not let your guard down. It's like a caged animal or a cornered animal, Everything to them is power. When you take that power away from them, they start to freak out. And they start to do nasty things. Because in their mind, politics is like a religion, and their gods are angry. Stay nimble, be careful. All right, friends, it's midnight 09, so I'm going to call this one. I appreciate you being here. Please hit the like button. Do the subscribe thing if you are new here. Darken out the bell, but pretty please with sugar on top. Don't let your guard down. Okay, have fun. Don't sit there and stew and watch prepper videos of all that's going wrong. You want to know what's going on in the world? Go on over the Crisis Report in a half hour. You can strap on the headphones and do whatever the heck it is you're doing. Shoot hoops, whatever. Garden. And listen and get everything you need to know. And then come on over here. We'll have some nice social chats on prepping and why you really shouldn't put your guard down, okay? Why you should be going out and figuring ways to keep doing the things. All right, well, if you like what's going on here, friends, please hit that like button, do the subscribe thing, darken out the bell. You can be a really cool kid like Scrappy Cat, my fantastic mod, who is a member here, or Bad Bobber, who is a member here. $2 a month keeps the lights on and keeps us doing the information and the intel and letting you know what is going on in the world before most other channels are covering it, for lack of a better way of putting it. So, on that note, I really appreciate you. Check out Substack, check out mine, Gabs, X, Truth Social. I'm on all those. And check out Locals and Subscribestar. A few dollars a month. I'm about to go post some more stuff over there. But those places I can put stuff on that you can get in trouble if you go to Facebook with, So it's super free speechy. So if you're into those kind of things like I am and you want to show all the wonders that are going on out there, like what's going on into our food, you can do that. You can join us there. It's $3 a month. And I make a more Rumble videos, so love to have you over there. All right, friends, God bless. Stack, stock, stick to the plan. Keep your head on the swivel and your powder dry, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.